how do you be? I need to explain something for you real quick. Do you be seeing this? Yes, this was my first attempt at the drawing that you just saw. No, second. Now, I made a video on it. It was freaking amazing. 6-hour long video, down to 30 minutes with amazing editing by
G.
Right. No, my iPhone deleted it. Failed video. 6 hours of editing.
Gone.
Wasted. Now, DBC's this. This was the first attempt at the drawing. Of course, I was really excited about it. Took even more hours. Took half of my freaking day. Almost 12 hours just to edit this because it took like 3 hours to draw. It sucked. It was amazing though. Hours of editing and stuff wasted. This is my third attempt. If I cannot get this video without my phone deleting it or me accidentally getting rid of it somehow, yeah, then I'm just not gonna do this. So, this is my third attempt. Wish me luck, please. Yeah. So we're gonna draw it, all right? So as you can see, we have the outline here, the horrible, terrifying, and horrifying thingamajig, right? So first, since we already have that, and I didn't want the video to be 6 hours for my iPhone, which only holds 8 gigabytes, to not be able to. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Yeah. So we're just going to outline it with this pencil right here. As you see, it's a 3B. This is a 8B, and this is an H.
Nobody gives a.
Now, with this 3B, we are going to outline all of it. Alright? I'm gonna see you whenever I'm done. Alright? Cool. Alright? Epic time lapse, go. Alright, now, so that we have now that we have that, we are going to shade. Yes. Alright, so with the shading, we're going to use this very specific tool right here, which is a 8B. See that? Get a little close up. You know, a little blurry image that you can't see whatsoever at all. Nice. Alright, so with shading, first you have to pick your point where the light shines. So we're going to pick over here, right? It's coming from right over here. You see, just like this. Alright, so, with shading, some people are confused with shading because it's one of the very complex things of drawing. So the first thing that you want to do with shading is mark your darkest point and your light point. So now that we have already done our light point, we are going to do our darkest point, which is going to be the very edge over here. So what you're going to do is do a thick black line all over it. There we go, just like that. Very juicy, very moisturizing. Yes, alright. So, there we go. So, whenever you're doing these lines, now, see, watch. Okay, so, whenever you're doing them, don't just do a black line like that, just right here. You're gonna follow on to the objects that is around it, just like that. Because shadows don't go just straight through something, they follow along with other things. I might be wrong, I might be right, I don't know, it just looks a lot freaking better when you do that and logical. So, do that and make sure it falls onto the objects around it. Just like that, and I'll come back to you whenever I have marked the darkest point. Alright, so, now that we have that, if you pay attention to this part here, you will notice that the line gets thinner as it goes around these wires, and it does not go on the other side. Now, why is that? Because the closer the light is to a shadow, or near something, the thinner the shadow gets, because all a shadow is just parallel from where the sun's light does not hit. And that's also why you can see that these parts here, that are not just the end of it, are also marked with dark lines, because that's where the sun hits. So it's just wherever the sun does not point, or where your light point does not hit, right? Now, why is it not on this side then? Why is it not on the edge of this? Because the sun would have hit that part, but it doesn't hit this part because the wires are coming up. They're an actual object above it, so it's going to be casting a shadow because the sun cannot just curve around. You get it? Cool, because I don't. Alright, so now the next thing that we are going to do, also we didn't do it on this side. We're going to focus on that later because it has a lot more shadows than this side. Alright, so, oh my god. Alright, so what we're going to do first is, now you see the wrinkles that are on it, right? So you're going to mark those with dark lines just like you did with the sides. I don't know why am I saying you? Like, it's not like you're drawing this with it. Okay, anyway. Yeah, you're just going to mark these lines with black, you know, just like you did with all of these, right? Now, what you're going to do with these is the ends of them that are pointing towards a shadow, you're going to do like a little triangle leading onto it. Because like the object, it's also going to do that with the wrinkles. It's going to lead right on. Alright? Nice. Alright, now that we have that, we are going to do it with all of these other parts here. I'll see you whenever I'm done. Epic time lapse, go. Alright, good. Now that we have that, after the epic, oh so time lapse, nice. We are going to now go to these wrinkles, and we are going to, basically, you know how, here, circle, you see this circle, dark line around it, okay, you see that? As we go in, we're going to slowly get brighter and brighter, just like that, you know, like those cool little corner designs you did in kindergarten that were really nice. Yeah, we're going to do that exact same thing, just in between the wrinkles here. So you're going to start on the sides as dark, and then get lighter and lighter. Just like that. And you're going to do that through. Now we are going to move on to the objects. These things around here. Alright? Cool. So with this eye here, it's basically just going to be this circle, but pay attention to where the light is. So you're going to do a dark line here, because it's the light's kind of being compressed and it's in like such a small spot. But since the light's already like all shining here, there's got to be a shadow somewhere on it. So just do a really thin line on this part and then lead out as you go on. And make sure you do it in a circle. Keep it as the shape it is. Alright, cool, nice. And I add these little circles here for like reflection and such. Juicy. Alright, and you're going to do that same thing with this. Pay attention to where the light is, and what's shining it and such. Alright? Cool. Okay, so now that we have those parts, on this part we're going to make it look like a cushion. So we're just going to get round lines going up on this side but down on that side. Now just do that all the way around. Alright, now along with that you're going to continue on to the shadows. And these are going to be very similar to the wrinkles because they are like curved lines close together along with the wires around them. So yeah, just do that same thing. Again, I am saying this, but you're not drawing this along with me. Why am I saying it? I don't know. Alright, so we're going to do that same thing. Epic time lapse, go. I come back when I'm done. Alright, great. So now that we have that, we are going to go up to these wires here, and we're just going to do little curved lines showing that they're rounded, like this. It's amazing how much detail you can put into a drawing, you know? Like this one little thing here, so freaking beautiful, my guy. But yeah, just do these all around it, and you should be good. Alright, there we go. There's a simple detail like that. So now we're going to go to the ends like we did with this. Same exact thing, just real simple shade, like a circle, just dark on the inside, dark on the end. I'm going to stop explaining now. Alright, there we go. And now that we are done with this side of the face, we're going to go onto this side. This is going to take a while. So first we are going to go back to the hair. Just like that. Outline that. Just like that. And go to the eye. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm doing something. No, with art, let me tell you something real quick as I'm shading this. With art, normally whenever you're freestyling something or just making it straight from just nothing and you just feel like you want to draw and you just start drawing something random, you know, you don't know what's gonna happen, but something's gonna come out of it. Like, when I started this, I had no clue what I was doing, but it became something. And remember, if you mess up on something, like Bob Ross said, just turn it into something beautiful. Alright? Alright, time up, let's go. Alright, now, for the mouth here, hold on, let me get this here. Alright, now. Alright, now, for the mouth in here, of course we're going to darken out this part. And then we are going to outline these teeth one more time, just so we can see them a lot better. Alright, there we go. Now that we've got that, we are going to cast the shadows of these teeth. Now, first of all, we're going to see where the sun's shining and then do the opposite of that. So first, we're going to outline the end of this one and slowly come out. Do that with the rest of the ones over here, and make sure you, like, do a really thick outline right where the teeth are touching each other. Like that. And then, yeah, just do the little shading technique with the casting the shadows and such. Alright, there we go. Perfect. We have the entire head done. And now we just need to go down to the body. So, on this part, we're first going to do a little wrinkle. Like that. See? Make sure you're going, like, above the outfit. Just like that. And you're going to do that several times throughout. And also make these ones down here. Oh, and also if you're worried about doing wrinkles in the future, it doesn't really matter where you put them, as long as the wrinkles are okay. Because I'm pretty sure if this guy was here in real life, I'm 100% sure the wrinkles would not look like that. But it looks correct because the shading is right. Alright? Just telling you that. So you can put the wrinkles wherever you want, just get the shading correct. Now that we have that, we're going to do the same technique that we did with the wrinkles up here. Alright, there we go. Looks really weird, looks really nice, looks very scary, looks very ominous, looks very...
Stop seeing the entire dictionary.
Alright, so now we're going to make the shadow of these things down here, which is just a really thick line curving into this, making it thinner as it goes along. You know, just do that a few times throughout. Alright, there we go, we have that. And now we're just going to do the very simple shade of a hard body. You know, just do this, come out slowly, lead it on to that. Alright, do dark and then come out slowly, just like that. Do the same over here, lead shadows into other shadows. There we go. There we go. Go up. And now since this giant vein here, which we all have our neck, hopefully, if you're not a demon, we're going to go deep in because it's rising above all the other parts. And then we're going to draw a dark line on the inside and slowly come out and then go right back in. Do just like you did on this side on the other. There we go, just like that. Make sure it's leading into everything. There we go. And now we're going to do this shade here. Alright, there you go. Now, the last and final thing to do for the grand finale is grab this thing right here, go over the entire thing, and blend it all. So just go over all the lines you can see, and shade it in the direction when you were putting the lines down. All throughout it. Just like that. And by the end, it should look amazing. Now, if you don't have one of these types of shaders, you can just use a thing of paper towels or a toothpick, a Q-tip. Those work really well for really small details, or you can use your finger. Just make sure that you have something. A mistake that I'm having right now, making right now, which I don't really care about, is the mess with my hand. Now, make sure that whenever you're shading like this, or even just putting down the shading lines, to have something under your hand. It doesn't matter if it's a bag or a paper, just an object, so that it doesn't like smear or get on your hand. But yeah, if you can use either paper towels, one of these things.
Stop.
Or a Q-tip or something like that. But if you're using your finger, just make sure that you clean it afterwards, because you can get a lot of lead on your skin, and you don't want that. It keeps on coming out loose. I hate that. Why? There we go. We have shaded it. We have been done. Erase this thingamajig. And, yeah. There we go. Erase around it so that it's not so much smooges. Alright. There we go. We're done. We finished it. Alright, cool. Now the next video is probably going to take a while because this editing is going to suck. But yeah, we're good. We're done. Bye. Leave. Go away.